Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda. If you are new here, if you're not new, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. For this video, I'm going to be doing a 5 nights of dinner recipes for WW. So these are all WW approved. That is what I am on, which is Weight Watchers, if you didn't know. So we're going to be doing 5 nights of dinner. These are going to be easy recipes because I tend to like easy recipes, not a ton of ingredients. I hope you guys are interested in this and I hope you guys enjoy and try some of these recipes out. Make sure to check the description box. That's where the recipes, serving size, smart points, and all the instructions on how to make these recipes will be. And then I will also be posting them to my website, which is also linked in the description box. So make sure to always check there for the full written out recipes. And yeah, I hope you guys are ready to cook and make these awesome recipes that have helped me lose weight, and I enjoy my food. I feel like sometimes I'm not even on a weight loss journey because I enjoy my food that much, and I'm not really deprived of anything. And if I do want something that's not really healthy, I'm able to make it into a healthy version, which you guys will see very shortly in this video. So yeah, let's just get started and cook. All right guys, for the vegan nacho cheese, you will need 1 cup of soaked cashews. You want these to soak overnight, so I did soak these overnight and put it in the fridge, and this is what it looks like now. You want them to be really puffy and soft. If they're not soft, then keep soaking them with some warm water because you don't want the cheese to turn out like grainy. So these need to be super soft. You'll need 3 carrots. These are kind of smaller ones, so around 3 carrots. I have 2 potatoes. You'll need some garlic. I have some already peeled garlic cloves. I have 1/4 cup of the jalapeno liquid, and then jalapenos. I did like 2 or 3 tablespoons of the pickled jalapenos. So you can use any kind of pickled jalapeno brand that you can find, and then you'll want a little bit of the liquid to go into the sauce. We have 1/3 cup here of nutritional yeast. And then some salt and pepper, and you don't want to skip on the salt because you definitely want this to have a salty punch like cheese would. And then you'll need a blender. So I just have my blender out, and we're gonna go ahead and just cut the potatoes, cut the carrots, that is it. And then you will put it all into a pot and let it boil until it's super soft. The softer that these are, the better. So around anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes on high, depending on how fast it cooks for you. Just check it with a fork, make sure it's really, really soft. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these potatoes and carrots. Alright guys, I just drained the boiled veggies. This is what they look like. I saved 1/4 cup of the water that I boiled the veggies and the potatoes in. I'm going to pour that in here as well. You just kind of want a little bit of water to help it blend smoothly. I'm going to add the jalapenos and the jalapeno sauce. We're gonna add the soaked 1 cup cashews. We're gonna add the 1/3 cup nutritional yeast, your garlic powder, salt, and pepper, and then you're gonna just add a little bit of lemon juice. This should blend pretty smooth. If it doesn't, you might want to add just a little bit more water, but it should blend pretty smoothly. All right guys, the cheese is done. This is what it looks like. We're gonna go ahead and pour it in this mason jar, and that is what I'm gonna store it in. I'm gonna do 4 ounces of potatoes. Yum. And then for the topping, I'm gonna add some lettuce. some tomatoes, some onions. And then for a serving, I'm gonna be doing 1/4 of the cheese as one serving. So I'll leave how many 1/4 cups this makes and the points for it, but that's about how much I would have with my meal. I'm just gonna pour it all over. This looks so good. I haven't had this in years. I'm so excited. I'm doing 1/2 tablespoon of sour cream. Actually, I'm gonna do 1 whole tablespoon. So this is a 1/2 tablespoon. I just added 2. And then last, I'm gonna add just some pickled jalapenos to the top. Here is the meal completed. This will be our dinner for night 1. We got the potatoes and then the vegan cheese and lots of toppings. And this is my potato nacho fries with my vegan cashew cheese sauce, which is so good. Alright guys, for dinner number 2, I'm going to be making a chicken salad. You guys have probably seen me make chicken salads so much in my videos. They're just super easy. You can load them up with lots of good stuff and you don't have to make them boring. Usually I just call it like a salad bowl because there's lettuce in it. And then I add anything I want inside of the salad bowl. Any kind of lettuce will do. I just have this baby kale on the bottom, and then I cut up some romaine into little small chunks and put this in this plastic container. It's just easy to store that way. So any lettuce that you prefer can go in this. We picked up some rotisserie chicken just to make it nice and easy. So that's an option. You guys can pick up a rotisserie chicken, shred the breast up, take the skin off, and there you go. You have 0-point chicken ready to go for you. This is just the seasonal rotisserie chicken flavor. And then I save the dark meat for Joey, or sometimes I'll even have dark meat because it's really not that high in points. I have a sweet potato I'm going to cook up in the skillet. I'm going to make like a little hash to go on top of the salad with cooked onion, cooked zucchini, and then I will add a fresh tomato on top of the salad. And then any kind of nuts you want to add. I really like to add nuts for lots of fiber and protein and all the benefits that nuts carry. So I have some pine nuts here. And then I also have some sunflower seeds right here. So I might add both, or I might just add one, but I do like to add nuts for a little crunch. And I've been trying not to eat as many croutons because I go way overboard. So I'm doing nuts instead. So this is all the toppings for the salad. I'm going to go ahead and cut my veggies up and start cooking these in the skillet. And then I will show you what to do next. Alright guys, I have the pan on now and I just sprayed it with olive oil spray. I'm going to go ahead and just cook the veggies. I'm going to add the sweet potatoes in first. I have 3 ounces of diced sweet potatoes for the salad. And then to season the veggies, I'm just going to add some salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and then just a splash of red pepper chili flakes, just a little bit to add a little heat because I really like spice, but eliminate this if you don't like hot, spicy stuff. I'm just going to toss everything together in the pan and then place a lid on and just let it cook. Alright guys, I just pulled the chicken apart, and what's good about this is you have leftovers. So this will last us a few salads. So I just separate them and then I will add this to the top of my salad. Just gonna give these a little toss. Alright, now let's just arrange our salad. Spinach and kale and the romaine that I have cut up. Looking good. My dressing of choice is the Bolthouse Sweet Heat Sriracha. This is one of my favorite dressings. This is the yogurt one. And we're gonna add a few tablespoons to that. Ooh! We're gonna add that to the top. I'll probably do like 3.5 because I spilt some out. That was probably like a half of a tablespoon. So I usually do 3 tablespoons, but we're gonna add that up as 3.5. You guys, this Sweet Heat Sriracha is so good. It's one of my favorite ones. All right, guys, here's the finished product. This is our dinner for night 2, a big salad bowl with really good chicken, some sauteed veggies, which makes your salad so good. Just try it out. I highly recommend. Trust me, you guys, add sauteed veggies to your salad. It's so good. Some tomatoes, some seeds, lettuce, and our dressing, the Sweet Heat Sriracha. Look how good that looks. So that took literally like 10 minutes, you guys. That did not take long. Yeah, super easy. I hope you guys try this out and I hope you guys enjoy this salad because I do get lots of questions about my salads and this is one of my favorites. All right, guys, for dinner number 3, we're gonna make a Greek chicken. This is one of my favorite recipes and it is very easy and it's low in points. So I'm gonna show you the ingredients you will need for this. You will need some Pam olive oil spray, balsamic vinegar or a vinaigrette if you prefer to use vinaigrette, Kalamata olives. You're gonna need some artichoke hearts. This is the one in liquid, not oil, and these aren't seasoned because we're gonna add seasoning. So you'll need a whole can of that. I have 3 Roma tomatoes, a purple onion, reduced fat feta cheese to keep it nice and low in points. I have 3 chicken breasts. These were very large chicken breasts I butterflied. And then I have some garlic cloves. And then I have seasonings right here. I have salt, pepper, dried basil, dried oregano, and garlic powder. For the onion, I'm gonna dice it up in small chunks. I have 3/4 of a cup of the diced purple onions. That's how much we're gonna do for this. And then next, I'm just gonna cut up the tomatoes. Next, I'm going to add the seasonings, about half of the seasonings directly onto the chicken, and then save the other half for the artichokes once those are down, so that the top has some seasoning as well. I'm going to throw in my garlic cloves whole. That's how I like to do it. And then now I'm just going to add the artichokes directly onto the chicken. I'm going to lay them onto the chicken, and then I'm going to take scissors and I'm going to just give them a rough chop once they're all out. And then next, I'm going to take the remainder of the seasonings and sprinkle that on top of the veggies so that the seasoning is layered on the chicken and the veggies. And if you feel like you need more, add more. If you feel like you need less, you can not put it all on there. That's just up to your preference. Next, I'm gonna add the balsamic vinegar and just place that directly over the top. 3, 4 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar. And And that will leak through the veggies and reach the chicken, so you don't have to worry about that. It leaks down into the chicken and it will flavor the chicken as well. Next, we're gonna add the olives. Olives do have points, so just keep that in mind. I added 13 olives. I love olives. And then last but not least, and this is what makes the dish so good, we're gonna do 1/3 cup, and don't skimp out, make sure it's 1/3 cup of your reduced fat feta. And then just sprinkle that feta right on top. I'm just gonna add a little bit of more dried basil and oregano just to the top. And this is really just to please the eye and look really good. Because you guys probably know by now, I really like making my food look pretty. So there we go. There is the finished product. Super easy, honestly. And wait till you guys see the outcome of this. All right, guys, here is the dinner completed. This is the Greek chicken. It looks so good. And I'm just pairing it with a little salad of cucumber and tomato with salt, pepper, and some olives. The olives are just 1 smart point for 3, which isn't great, but it does make the little salad really tasty. And then here's the Greek chicken, which is very low in smart points. I'll leave the points on the screen, of course. And this is one of my favorite dishes, and it's so easy to make. Great leftover, easy to heat up. And you can pair it with any kind of vegetable or salad you prefer. All right, guys, for the next dinner, I'm just gonna be doing very easy recipe. This is a great dinner recipe because it's gonna be some carbs. And I am using 2 Japanese sweet potatoes. So this is like a purple potato we got at the farmer's market. It's a sweet potato, but it's white inside. It's really, really good. We've had them once before and loved them. They are sweet like a sweet potato and very creamy. So we're gonna make mashed potatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and peel it, but I am gonna leave just a little bit of skin. That's how I like it. And then we are gonna have this with a garlic parm shrimp. So I'm using the Buffalo Wild Wings parm garlic, and the key to when you use sauce, at least in my opinion, is to cook your shrimp in the skillet first with some seasonings and no sauce, because this will just completely evaporate and become liquid. And this is really thick sauce, so you want that thick, good sauce. So then once the shrimp is done, then add your sauce, and it's way better that way. All right, I can't believe it's not butter. We're gonna add just tablespoon. It's easier just to do it this way instead of having to spray a whole bunch. We're gonna do 1/4 cup, but not quite all the way 1/4 cup. Just to add a little bit of creaminess. That is unsweetened oat milk. This is the brand. And then we're gonna taste it and make sure it's seasoned well. If you need to add anything, you can. And I just do it with a fork. It should mash so nicely since it should be very soft. These potatoes are so creamy, like I mentioned before. They're one of the creamiest potatoes I have ever had, you guys. And I like to add a little bit of skin for color and texture.
Oh!
I just did a taste test with Joey. You guys,
I miss those.
I really hope you can find these potatoes because it's the best potatoes I think out there, to be honest.
I'm not a huge like mashed potato fan anyway, but oh my god, those are the best potatoes, hands down.
So does it need any seasoning, do you think?
No, that's kind of perfect.
Perfect? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I have the shrimp here in a bowl. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of lemon. I'm going to add a few sprays of, I can't believe it's not butter. Then we're going to add those seasonings. Since we are adding the garlic parm sauce to this, I only added a little bit of seasonings to the shrimp, just so it has some extra flavor. Let that heat up. Alright, we're going to add the garlic parm sauce. This sauce is 2 tablespoons for 3 smart points. So we like to add sauce to 0 point things just because it makes it so much more enjoyable. 2 tablespoons of the garlic parm is plenty, you guys. Just keep mixing it, tossing it really well. It coats it to be like this. But here we go. There's the shrimp for dinner tonight. And next, I will just show you what our plates look like for this dinner. Alright guys, here is the dinner completed. We have the garlic parm shrimp for 1 smart point for a 1/2 cup. We have 1/2 cup of peas for 0. And then 1/2 cup of the mash. It looks kind of green because it did have a little bit of, I guess, greenery in the skin. But 1/2 cup of the mash, which is amazing by the way, for 5 smart points. So 6 smart points total for this meal. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and make for dinner number 5, the last dinner. So easy and one of my favorite meals. So I already browned the meat and now I'm going to go cook it and make it nice and crispy. That's my big tip, is to cook this first with no seasoning, no sauces. So brown it first and then we're going to go ahead and make it nice and crispy in the pan. So I sprayed the pan with Pam spray and we're going to eat this with lettuce wraps and a little peanut sauce that I'm going to show you guys how to make. Okay, so now I'm going to add salt, pepper, garlic powder, and minced onion to the beef and go ahead and season that. Alright, next we're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and 1 tablespoon of sriracha. We're going to just pour that into the beef. If you don't like sriracha, you do not have to use sriracha. You can just do the soy sauce. So what's going to make this beef so good is the peanut sauce. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make that, while this kind of cooks and marinates together. We're going to just keep this on low. Alright, so for the peanut sauce, the main ingredient is PB2 powder. You can use the original PB2 or chocolate. And I'm also using it just because this is what I have. But obviously you feel free to use the original, but if you have the chocolate, you can use that. So I'm going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of the PB2, because we're going to make a lot. Now we're going to add our soy sauce. We're doing 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 tablespoon of a white wine or rice vinegar. I don't have rice vinegar, so I'm just using white wine vinegar. We're going to add some sugar-free syrup to sweeten it. We're going to do 2 tablespoons. Doing 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, and this just makes it taste so good. I love sesame oil so much, and I think this adds a lot of good flavor. So add 1 teaspoon. And then we are going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seeds. So 1/2 teaspoon of sesame seeds. And then I have a green onion. I'm going to add that. I cut it up real small. 1 stalk of a green onion. It was pretty large. And then just mix that sauce together. And this is going to go onto the beef. Here is the beef. It is done. We are going to go ahead and have it with some lettuce wraps. This is a very, very good recipe. I'm going to do a 1/2 cup for a serving to fill the 3 lettuce wraps. Here is 1/2 cup that fills 3 lettuce cups. And then I like to just wrap them up like that. Wrap it up like that and eat it. So good. Alright guys, that is it for this video of the 5 nights of dinner. I hope you guys enjoyed these recipes and try them out yourself. Make sure to tag me in your food photos. I love to see when you guys recreate my recipes. I think it's so cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like if you did, subscribe, comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.